Hello guys, welcome to another painting tutorial. I'm Amy with Lily Bean Designs. How is everyone doing today? I am just getting the rest of this video set up, so you guys bear with me for just a few minutes or a few seconds hopefully, and we will get started. Let's see, group. I have to share this a different way because StreamYard won't let me go live wherever I want to go live. So hopefully this will do it. Okay, let me see if that worked. So how is everybody doing today? Happy Friday. Let me make sure this is shared. Okay, that looks like it's working. Yay. All right, let's get this other camera set up and time lapse it. All right. So you guys, we are going to be painting a nutcracker door hanger today because it's July. So why would we not paint Christmas designs, right? So a lot of you guys are doing Christmas in July, which is super fun. It's hot outside. I've heard a lot of people say that they're over the heat and they're ready for fall and they're starting all their fall, Halloween, and Christmas designs. So that's really fun. And actually, those are some of my favorite files to make. Are the the holiday designs. I love to design those. They're just, I just feel like I get a lot of ideas that time of year. I kind of wish that it wasn't all clumped together and it went a little slower. So I had, more time to make files for like all the things that I think of. Cause sometimes there's just, there's not enough time. The season just goes so fast. So, but we are going to be painting this "'Tis the Season" door hanger today. This is one of the free files that we're offering next week. So sorry, y'all, there's always dog hair on my table. If y'all see me like brushing dog hair, it's either dog hair or cat hair. It's always everywhere. So, next week, the SVG Clubhouse doors are opening, and they're going to be open Tuesday. So when we do that, we offer bonus files. So this is one of the bonus files we're going to be offering. If you're not already in the SVG Clubhouse, I'll talk a little bit about it while I get started on this project. But that is our laser file club. So if you have a laser and you just kind of need some project inspiration, or you're interested in getting a hold of some files that are not out there for everyone else, like these files are exclusive to our club members. So not everybody has these projects. So we have a club that I created. We've been, this is like our third year. Is it our fourth year? I think it's our third year. I have to look back and see like how long we've had the club. I feel like it's been about 3 years now that we've had our club, and the files are exclusive to the club for a year. So every month you get a new bundle of 4 laser files. But the other things that the club includes that people really enjoy are that you get marketing photos for all the projects. So like a lot of people message me and they're like, can I use your pictures? And a lot of my files on in my Etsy shop are, thankfully, I have a lot of paint volunteers, a lot of people who volunteer to paint for me. And I don't give permission for you guys to share their pictures because they're not my pictures. So if they're painted by me and you want to just share the picture on social media, then I usually say yes to that. But in the club, you get those marketing photos every month, and you get the blanks and you get the painted versions of those. So that's one of the things that our members enjoy. And then you get the 50% off of all my other files. So if you're a member, then you get 50% off all the files in my Etsy shop every day. So you just get a coupon code each month. You can use it an unlimited number of times, and you get 50% off. So that's a club perk. It's really such a great deal because it's only $17 a month. If you join annually, you get a month free. So you only pay for 11 months out of the year. You can leave at any time. I don't think you'll want to leave because it's such a great value and it's so much fun. And we do a lot of really fun projects in there. And whenever we open the doors to new members, which is at least 3 times a year, we do bonus files. And if you're in the club already, then you automatically get those bonus files for free. So all my current club members are going to get these files emailed to them next Tuesday, in addition to the 4 files that they get for the month of July. Excuse me, I forgot to bring a drink in here with me, y'all, today. So let me just real quick before I get going, let me pull up the pictures of our July files. Okay, so this is our July bundle. So these are the 4 files that our members get for July. So if you join next week, then it's still July. So you get that July bundle, and then you also get the bonus ones, which we're going to be painting over the course of the next few days. And I'll show you the blank pictures of those in just a moment. So we have a door hanger. It says fall is proof that change is beautiful. And this is, of course, we're doing like a fall theme this month because everybody's getting ready for all those upcoming autumn projects. So you also get if you've seen my new mantle sets, so the mantle sets are interchangeable. So you get 3 interchangeable inserts each month. And this one is a fall set that says Autumn Leaves and Pumpkins Please. And then you've got the other 2 signs that go with it, the Fall in Love and then the little plaid sign. So those are all pop outs. They're all inserts that go with our mantle set. So you get that, that whole set of pop outs. And then you get a fall photo frame that holds a 5x7 picture. And then you get a set of 4 fall napkin rings. Those little things in the bottom left corner are napkin rings. So those are our projects for the month of July. And then we are going to be giving away the bonus files next week. So if you join on the first day that we open, you get all 4 bonus files. So each day that goes by, the way we do it is that a bonus goes away. So if you want to get all 4 bonuses, you do need to join by next Tuesday, or you need to already be an existing member. The one that we're going to be painting today, you can see it right in front of me, but I'll pop the picture up. But it's the nutcracker door hanger. We're doing, this whole bundle is like nutcracker files. I do have a few of coordinating nutcracker files in my Etsy shop. So I already have, I have a different door hanger that has like a large nutcracker on it. And I have a mantle set and I have some ornaments. So those also coordinate with these files. So we're going to do the door hanger, the sandwich board insert. So if you don't know what my sandwich boards are, you can go over to my Etsy shop and you can just type in sandwich board and you'll see there's a whole bunch of different ones. That's also an interchangeable set. Excuse me. And then we also have a shelf set. So a lot of people use these shelf sets for tiered trays as well. So if you want to use it for a tiered tray, you could size it down a little bit, unless you have a large, if you have a large tiered tray, then this would work on it, but it depends on the size of the tiered tray. So if it's one of those little bitty ones, you're going to want to kind of shrink this down a little bit. But this is one of our shelf sets and it would work on any decor shelf. I do sell files for shelves and benches that go with all of our shelf sets. So if you want to create one of those that you know will go with all of the shelf sets, then I do have those listed in my shop as well. But this is the nutcracker shelf set. And then the last one is a shaker. So this one has the window and then you can see the trees outside. So we're going to make it look like it's snowing out there with the shaker element. If you're new to shakers, if you don't know what a shaker is, you can go over to my shop and look that up too. Just, on Etsy, there's a search box, not the Etsy search box, but like in my shop, if you go to my shop, Lulu Bean Designs, there's a search box and you can search just my files and just type in shaker. I think I have a category for just shakers. I'm pretty sure I do too. There's the categories. Sometimes I forget which categories I have, but I'm pretty sure there's a shaker category. I know I have one for interchangeable files, but there's also, I think, a shaker one too. So anyway, we're going to do that. Shakers are really fun. If you like those, I have lots of videos on them if you want to see how to make them. I recommend acetate for shakers. Acetate is like a thin, plasticky kind of clear material that we use to put all the little, shaker pieces behind there. So yeah, so those are super fun. All right, so I've laid all this out on here, but of course, I'm gonna move it off and paint my background first. Let me keep all my pieces together here. Okay, so I'm going to do just like a neutral, like a light stain background on this. I want it to kind of go with the look of the ornaments that I have already. Where's the brown that I wanted to use? I can't decide which one. I think I'm going to do, I don't have a whole lot of this color left is the only thing. I might have this is Territorial Beige. I might have another one in here. I don't know if I do or not. espresso. Let me try that if I need extra. All right, so this is Territorial Beige by Apple Barrel. Can you guys do me a favor, anybody who's watching, and comment just so I know that I can see your comments? Because I never know with StreamYard if it's working or not. I know a lot of people watching the replay, especially on Friday afternoon. I think people are just kind of knocking off of work and going, hopefully doing some fun stuff. And getting ready for the weekend. Let me see how this looks. Yep, this is going to be good. Okay, so this is Territorial Beige. I'm doing, just a baby white to put this on. If you don't like to use the baby white method, then you could always stain it. Just like a light wood stain color if you're trying to go for the same look. I did the baby wipe years ago and just kind of stuck with it. Anytime I'm doing a stain, I typically grab a baby wipe just because it's easy and quick. This is an 18-inch shiplap circle. It's included in the file. If you don't have a big laser, if you only have a Glowforge Basic or like a laser that cuts smaller than the 18 by 18, then you can either, so I sell the rounds in my shop. And if you buy, excuse me, if you buy them by the dozen. Hello, Rosa. Okay, good. I'm glad that you guys can see me and hear me. Hey, Charmaine, how are you? Thank y'all for watching. So I sell the rounds, but I also have my split circle in the file. So you can cut it in 2 pieces. And then it's got like this fastener piece that you can glue to the back to hold it together. And you won't see the line if you do the shiplap lines, because one of the lines is like where it splits, and when you put it together, it's like hidden in the line. So I do recommend, if you're doing the shiplap lines, engrave them, don't score them, because that way they look more authentic. And then especially if you're cutting it in 2 pieces, if you engrave them, then it'll be hidden. So okay, so that's just, my light wood stain, faux stain. I might have to go, excuse me, I'm gonna have to go get a drink here in a minute, y'all. When I talk a lot, like when I'm live, my throat gets so dry. Let's see. All right, do y'all have any questions? I don't know why you would. So far, we haven't done anything extraordinary. I just got to get this brown paint off my hands. I'm trying not to make too much of a paint mess. All right, I like to start with the tree on these. I did print a picture of my ornaments. So that's the ornament set that coordinates. So I printed a picture and I've got it over here. So if you see me looking over, I'm just sort of kind of going with that because I like how they turned out. I did these last year, the ornament set, and I just think they turned out cute. So sometimes you paint something and you're like, I don't really like that. But then sometimes you paint something and you're like, ooh, I really like how that turned out. So let's see. I'm mixing some greens over here, y'all. This is Christmas green. These are Apple Barrel. I might pull out some deco art, but this is mostly Apple Barrel and crisp green. There's my paper towels. So if anybody watching, if y'all can do me a favor and share the video, just click the share button. If you don't mind, because the algorithm is terrible right now. So I get people all the time saying, I didn't see that post. I didn't see that sale. I don't know if you've heard this from other people that you follow, but the algorithm is not algorithming, as they say these days. It's not showing our stuff to everybody, which is frustrating. So if you share it, it does help. Or comment or like any, basically, if you're trying to support a small business, if you like, share, comment, any of those things, if you interact at all, just watching the video helps as well. But yeah, all of that does help to kind of boost things. All right, and then I'm going to do some white and a little bit of the crisp green because I like to make my tree look like it has some texture to it. Y'all can see that. I'll get that more in camera. Just kind of going in the directions that you think like the leaves would go. And then I like to bring quite a bit of white in. It catches the light, I feel like. Y'all know I'm not a professional painter. I'm just a girl who likes to craft. Just an old nurse who doesn't do nursing anymore, trying to make a living crafting. Living the dream. It really is though, y'all. It really is living the dream. I do love that I can do this business. So this is my tree so far. And we're going to take a little King's Gold and white to do our star. For the top of the tree. And our ornaments, what did I do on the last one? I did the ornaments. I think I'm going to do the pink, blue, and white. Let's do that. You don't have to do hearts if you don't want to do hearts. These are the ornaments that are in the file. Oops, sorry. They're hearts and circles. But if you want to just do the circles, if you don't want to do the hearts, whatever floats your boat, you want cut a couple of extra of the one that you like. You could also do stars. You could just cut some of the star on the top of the tree. You could cut a few, make that a little bit smaller and cut a few of those. If you don't know how to resize your door hangers or really any files, if you don't know how to resize them and make them bigger and smaller, I do have a video on that in my makers group. So if you're in the makers group, go to the videos and I have it pinned. So if you look under the featured tab, it is pinned to the top. There's a little tab at the top on all groups that it's too much white, where you can feature things in the group. All right, so I'm just adding a little white. I like to add white to basically any color. I just like it to have a little dimension to it, a little texture. Okay, so the hearts, whoops, there's one more heart. The hearts are pink. And find the right kind of brush. And the little balls, the little ball ornaments, I'll do blue. And then I probably, when I put this tree together, will take some puffy paint and make some white little dots on there too. I was going to say, I know I have more than two. Little tip, if you mix white in with your paint, you also can usually get away with one coat. Instead of doing multiple coats. So you guys, if you want more information about the club, you can go to svgclubhouse.com. It's scrolling on the bottom of the video. We do open Tuesday morning. If you get on the waiting list, then you'll get an email that morning so you don't forget, because you want to join on the first day so you get all the bonuses. All right. Oh, the garland. So let's do the garland in the King's Gold and white as well. I think I'm going to use a little sponge stick for that. When you join, you get access to our club Facebook group. And if you like to watch painting tutorials, I know I love to watch painting tutorials. I have an entire library of painting tutorials in the group that you can go back and binge watch if you want to. And I don't know about y'all, but I like to speed up videos. I just recently, I'm old school. I did not realize that you could speed up pretty much anywhere you watch video content. You can speed it up when you watch it. So I've gotten to where I rarely watch videos without speeding them up slightly. Maybe on TikTok I do, but okay. So that's just a little King's Gold and white mixed together. I'm going to go ahead and put this tree together so it will be done. And we can move on to other things. Here, let's do the star first. So comment and tell me, guys, even if it's in the replay, if you guys, when do you prefer to watch videos? Do you watch more videos? Like if it was live, like if I go live, would you prefer that I go live at night, during the day? What is your favorite time to watch live videos? Or do you always watch in the replay? I don't watch a lot of TikTok live. Do y'all watch TikToks live? Like if I'm scrolling and somebody's live, I don't know. I'm just not a big live TikTok person. Or do y'all like TikTok? Do y'all watch TikTok? All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of puffy paint. just to make a few more ornaments on here. I think that's cute. I'll hold that up so y'all can see. All right, so this is Tulip Slick Dimensional Fabric Paint. Okay, so here is our tree all finished. And is that paint or water? That must be water in my arm. Okay, let's do our ballerina girl. Is anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Anything fun? I'm just hoping that it stops raining. It's been raining a lot this week. This is Sun-Kissed Peach apple barrel. With a little white, of course. If you know, you know. Ooh, y'all, I might have to turn a fan on in here. Now I'm getting hot. All right, let's do our tutu. Her little ballerina tutu. And this pink color, did I tell you what this pink color was? This is fuchsia. It doesn't really look like fuchsia though. I feel like fuchsia is more of a hot pink, but this is like, I don't know what color I would call this. It wouldn't be hot pink. More like a bubblegum pink. And then this color is Key West. And then I'm going to swirl in just a little bit of the pink on the butterfly wings. And actually, I did not plan on doing that. I just a little bit accidentally got on my brush when I hit the white, and it got in there, and I think it's really pretty. So I think we're going to stick with that and go with that. That's what happens sometimes when you're painting, right? Hey, Gail, how are you? Thank you for watching. Okay, and then we got to put a little blush on her. She needs a little blush, don't y'all think? Let's see. Let me see if this will do it. My pink Posca pen. Oh, that's cute. So this is light pink. We're just going to give her a little blush on her cheeks. That's so cute. And she needs some eyes. Let's do a Sharpie. Oh, you know what? No. Where is my black? Where is my black puffy paint? Here's my red. I have white. I have red, white, and black. I don't see it down here. Where the heck did it go? Well, shoot. All right, hold on. Let me see. Let me go around the other side here. Well, dang it. All right, I do have this. These are not my favorite. These are the little ones that you can get in the multi-pack. They're the same thing, but they are, the tip is not as fine as the big ones. So let me see if this is going to work. All right, I just have to be careful not to put too much on. There we go. That's good. All right, and her hair. Let's see, where'd that black pen go? She's going to have dark hair. You can do her hair any color you like. And let's do her little crown. With some King's Gold and white. Okay, so I can't really put her together until I put everything on the board. I feel like this needs a little bit more too. Hold on. Needs another coat. I think it's more white over here. And I'm just streaking some white through this pink. Okay, there we go. All right. I think she's good. So we wait until we put everything on our board for her. I love her wings though. Look how her wings turned out, y'all. Aren't those pretty? Okay, now we're going to do our nutcracker guy. He's got a lot of parts. I'm going to turn my fan on. It is hot in here. Y'all tell me if that's too loud. But I can't make any promises. I'll turn it off anyway. Because I might die. It's just too hot. It's too hot down here in South Louisiana, y'all. Let me see. Okay, his little outfit, his soldier man uniform is going to be mostly blue. That's going to be my primary color for him. So let's start there. Let's see. And I'm going to go over his belt because his buckle, we can make a contrasting color, probably black. All right, let's just do a big coat of this blue. And then we'll do his pants the same because we're going to do his boots in black. Don't be intimidated by him and all of his doodads because he's really not hard to paint, I promise. He's going to be cute. He looks intimidating with all of his little features, but he's going to be real easy to paint, I think. Okay, that's the primary color on there. All right, now let's move through and just kind of do some pieces that we know what color we want them to be. Okay, so let's do our boots in black. Ooh, I'm throwing paint around, y'all. So if you're currently working on any laser projects, comment and tell me what you are working on right now. Are you doing fall? Are you doing Christmas in July? What are you working on? Is anyone still doing some some what am I trying to say? Some summer projects? Anybody? And then his Gail says she's working on both fall and Christmas. Okay, so his buttons, I'm going to use my white puffy paint. Now remember, y'all, for this puffy paint, you're going to want to let it dry I let it dry overnight. But I just absolutely love adding a little bit of puffy paint on my door hangers. I absolutely just think it is so cute with the texture. And people will look at it and they will do a double take. They'll say, what is that? It looks like it's 3D. Okay, so those are his boots all finished. Let me do his, let's do his belt buckle. All right, so we're gonna do, taking my Sharpie, and paint his belt. And if you have a shaky hand, like I kind of have a shaky hand sometimes when I paint, just make sure that you're resting your hand down on something when you're painting. So if I don't do that, I am going to probably mess up. Okay, let me think what else I'm going to do here. All right, so we definitely want to do his belt buckle in black. And his shoulder thingamabobs, I think I'm going to do those in white. Charmaine says, I'm here at the moment painting a shiplap wall in my family room to put my TV on. Oh, that's awesome. Post a picture when you're done watching you on my phone. Aw. And Gail says, have your Halloween haunted, flaunted cup but not painted yet. Awesome. And Cheryl, let's see. Hey, Cheryl. She says, I felt like I was behind, so I kind of skipped summer and I'm working on fall and Halloween. I don't feel like I get as much interest in the summer stuff. Summer will sell in spring, but then it peters out pretty early in spring. I think people just don't do as much summer decorating. Which is why, I used to think, oh, Christmas in July, like, who wants to do that? And then I realized, I was like, those projects are just more fun to make. And people really are kind of wanting sometimes to beat the heat and to do something different. So as much as I love summer and love the warm weather down here, it is nice to escape into my little craft room and paint nutcrackers. Okay. All right. So see, so far he's turned out cute, right? Now we got to paint all his little doodads on his shirt. So now let me think. Okay. So these guys, I'm just going to do a quick little this is a brush tip black Sharpie, y'all. And I can tell you, it is your best friend. I order boxes of these off of Amazon. I absolutely love them. Super simple. And then I'm going to do, since I have a fine tip on, I'm up here because I have another little camera up there. A fun tip on my puffy paint, we're going to just do a button, a little button right here, tiny, because you can do teeny tiny details with this, which is so awesome. I love it. And then I don't have that fine tip black puffy. I don't know where he is. I don't know where else I would have taken him, but he's not down here because I mean, I take my paint outside sometimes because I do sometimes paint outside, but I didn't take puffy paint outside. So I don't know where he would have escaped to besides in this very room. Nobody else paints in here besides me. So those are my black buttons. So we're going to be real careful not to touch him while he's drying because he's got so much puffy paint on him. But here's his uniform. Okay. So here we go. Now we know he's going to have a black hat. And that's what color I want to do his hat. I'm gonna just, it doesn't matter if I go over that doodad at the top. I don't know what all these little things are called. The little puff on his hat. What is that called? But you can paint over that because it's a 3D piece that's going to go on top. Okay, so there's that. And then his little doodad hat is going to be blue. Let me find some small paintbrushes here, y'all. And then this doodad is going to be white. And we'll do 2 coats where we're doing white. His hair and his beard, we're going to do white. A second coat. And let's do blue. There. Let's see. All right, let's do his face, and then we'll come back. I'm trying not to get paint, y'all, on my face and in my hair, but the fan is blowing my hair in my face. And I keep touching my face, and I thought, now I have paint on it. All right, I'm going to paint his whole face in the peachy color to start with. And I can still see all the score lines, so I'll be able to do his little facial features. It also helps if you mix a little white in with your peachy color. And now I'm going to go back and do a little bit more white on his hair, his beard, and his other white doodads. Alrighty, and this right here. Okay. And let's glue this guy on here. We'll glue him on here first. Y'all, somebody is cutting the grass outside, so now y'all are going to hear that, and you're going to hear my fan. And let's do black in the middle of here. Big old dollop of that. And then I'm going to take my teeny weeny little brush and some of my white and my blue and just kind of do accents here. Just like little accenty things. What else? Let's do something on here. How about, let's do black on these little dots. This is so tiny, y'all probably can't see this very well, but I'm just kind of filling in where I have score lines and details. And then little dots of white. And then I'm going to do a little dot of white on each of these on his hat. That'll be cute. All right. I don't know if y'all can see that or not very well. What else do we need to do before we put them together? So his facial features, I think that's it. And then our letters. I think that's basically it. I am going to take a little bit of light gray and streak it through his hair. And maybe some of the blue as well. I think he just needs some accents on his hair. So let's do like that. And then we'll do some gray streaks and some blue streaks, which is, I know, kind of weird. Like he wouldn't have blue streaks in his beard, but I just think it's going to look so cute. Yeah, that's going to look cute. All right, so I'm looking over here again in my ornaments because I need some inspiration for his face. So let's do some white. His eyebrows and his eyeballs. Y'all, don't obsess over these little tiny details. I'm telling you, the more you obsess over them, the harder they're going to be. If you just sort of abstractly paint, you don't even have to stay in the lines. I promise you, it will be fine. Just kind of relax with it and let your paintbrush swoop around. Swoopity swoop. And don't stress over it. And it'll look better. Kind of just, however. There's a hair. Dog hair, I'm sure. Okay, so then I have my tiny brush, my teeny tiny brush. So of course y'all know I have to just do like a little tiny bit of blue in there, just to bring in the blue. And then his eyes are going to be blue. And then we can do a black dot in the middle with that puffy paint. Okay. You guys, invest in some puffy paint. It will change your life. It's just so perfect. You don't have to do multiple layers. It just, I don't know. There's something about it. It just does great. Okay. And then I'm going to go back again with my teeny weeny brush. Where's my teeny weeny brush? Which one's smaller? This one, I think. And we're going to take some black. I'm going to go on his hair. His hair is also going to have some black in there. And his beard. Because I'm just feeling like that'll look good. And then his eyebrows and his little mustache. His mustachio. There. Okay, so this is his face. See how we just we're not stressing. It's not going to be perfect. And that's it, y'all. Other than our words, or 'tis the season. That we're going to do here in just a moment. Okay, so let's get those out. And I think I'm going to do white for my letters. White or black would look good, either one, I feel like, but I think I'm going to do white. And the reason I chose white is because the sides of the laser cut edges are black. And then the board is that light wood stain. And I feel like the white, I was worried, I was like, maybe the white won't pop against that, but it will because of those dark sides. So I think that's going to look better than black. Now, what would also look really cool, I think, as a circle, as a backer for these pieces would be if you painted your circle either, probably not black, but like a dark charcoal gray, like kind of on the medium to dark side of gray. I think that would just really pop. Okay. And just like that, we're done painting. We're throwing our paper away. We are gonna glue our pieces on. Oh, shoot. Shoot, the second that I threw that out. Hold on, y'all. Her little ballerina shoes. Her little ballerina shoes. They didn't get painted. Hold on. Let's get those painted. Just saw them. They were scooched under the plate. Now, I don't know about y'all, but where I come from, ballet shoes are pink. Right? They're pink, pink, pink. I did dance when I was little, and how exciting was it to get a new pair of ballet shoes and tap shoes? It was just the best. It was like getting new markers and colored pencils for school, right? And where did y'all, if y'all did dance, where did y'all get your ballet slippers and your tap shoes? Because I don't know about y'all, but ours came from the Payless. They were not fancy. Came from the Payless, which is the same place our prom shoes came from that we proceeded to dye to match our dresses. So with that, I will be complete. I will be finished dating myself. I say we bring back the big hair and the shoes dyed to match our prom dresses. Let's bring that back. What do y'all say? Gotta make space. Make space here for all our little pieces. But I gotta be careful because I don't want to mess up my puffy paint. You did, Carrie says she got her prom shoes from the Payless. Those were the best, right? And your jelly shoes? Anybody get their jelly shoes from the Payless? I mean, who were you even if you didn't have jelly shoes from the Payless? I grew up in a small town, y'all. All my shoes came from the Payless. All right, I'm gonna get all our pieces on here and lay them out right before we decide where the letters go. All right, so we got to put him together like a puzzle. He's a puzzle. I did them separate because I've had a lot of requests for people saying, please, 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 if there's pieces that are hard to paint, make them separate. You got it. They are separate. So nobody come for me and say, why did you make this 8,000 pieces? Because y'all asked me to. You did. And I understand. All right, I'm not going to put his beard on yet because I got to glue him down first, and his beard's going to touch the puffy paint and, you know, all of that. So hang tight on that. Let's put her legs on her. She can't be legless. Yes, jellies too. We loved our jelly shoes, y'all. All right, that's not upside down, is it? I can't tell. No, it goes here. It goes here. And this goes here. And then her hair. I know I'm going to have to move all this to glue it, but, you know. I did her with dark hair because her crown I knew would be a light color. So I thought it would be a contrast if I did it that way. So that's why I picked that color. All right, now is this lined up? Does this look lined up to y'all? Oh, I love this. Y'all, this is just fun. Nutcracker stuff just has my heart. So, oh, ballet shoes. Ballet shoes on her little feet. She can't be shoeless. Oh my goodness gracious, y'all. All right, I'm gonna have to move everything down. I might. Let's see. Maybe a little bit. All right, this might be one I'm not going to glue until I'm off camera because I'm nervous about all the pieces and not having them straight. because I need to be standing over top of it. Thank you, Gail. Thanks, Carrie. I love it. And he doesn't have to have a beard if you don't want him to have a beard. But I thought the beard was cute. So let me go ahead and glue the beard on so we can see what it looks like all together. Let's see. I gotta turn this sideways to see if I line. Yep. Oh, that's lined up perfect. Okay, so there is our 'Tis the Season door hanger. Do y'all love it? I love it. It needs a hanger though. It needs a cute hanger with some cute beads. Don't y'all think? Should we go ahead and do that? Should we just finish it? Should we glue it all down and do the hanger? We can do that. Because honestly, y'all, I'm going to be honest. When I say I'm going to glue it after I get off my live, I end up gluing it like 2 days later. And who wants to glue a door hanger 2 days later that they painted? Like I want it to be done so I can hang it up. Not that I'm going to hang up a nutcracker door hanger in July because my neighbors will think that I lost my mind. I'll hang it up in my craft room. They will. My neighbors know that I've lost my mind with my crafting. But do y'all like writing on the back of your pieces with your glue? I don't know what it is. It's like an OCD thing with me, like writing on the back of my letters with my glue bottle. 'Tis the season. It is. Okay, so this guy, we did glue all these pieces, right? We did. Yes, we did. Okay, good. My current self is glad that my past self already glued that and I didn't turn it over and mess it all up. Okay. Sometimes I wish I could like rewind in my head what I've done so I could remember. Is that straight? That's straight. I think so. All right, let's do her. All right, let me do her shoes. Carrie, thank you. I love the tree too. I like all the texture on, okay, so let's see. Let's take her wings off. Let's do, I don't want to lift her. I don't want to move her body because that's my like point where I know where everything goes. I might actually, should I glue her hair first? Would that be daring if I did that? If I had to work around the hair? I might not be very happy with myself that I did this. Hold on. And then I hold that. Oh, now I moved her. Dang it. All right, I think she's good. I'm going to hold her hair. All right, don't move, don't move, don't move, don't move. All right, I think she's still straight. She looks straight. All right, now I'm nervous about him because he's got lots of pieces. All right, last one, y'all. If we do his hat first, that might help, right? Help keep him kind of in place. Let's do that without messing up all his puffies. He's got lots of puffies. All right, no. See, look what I did, y'all. Did y'all see that? For goodness sake. I mean, really. All right, well, at least we're going to cover that up. This is what I get for messing with it. Should have glued it later. We can fix it. Just put the glue right on there. See straight. You really can't even tell. I'll probably go back tomorrow. It's not even that noticeable, but basically I just kind of smushed the glue on his little buttony things. You know those little things above his beard? Kind of squished it. All right, that's all glued. We are glued. Yay. Let me see what I got for a hanger for beads. Let's see what we got. What colors? See, I'm getting all my little beads out, y'all. Here, I'm gonna push this chair to the side. Whatever material this chair is, with shorts on, not a fan. Not at all. Okay, so we've got like this is not the exact shade of pink, but I mean, I think it'll work. All right, let's get a couple pinks, some whites, maybe some grays. I'm grabbing 2 of each color. I may not use them all. Just all the colors that are like kind of in the door hanger. I could use green, but nah, I'm not going to use green. I always like to use a couple of naturals. Let's use some of these textured ones. I have these that I got on Amazon, so I'll grab a couple of those. Oh, I do have some light. I have this like light pink. That's pretty. Let's see if I have another one of those or not. If that's the only one. I think that's one. Yep. Light pink. And I don't have any like of that teal blue color. I really need to get some of those. Let's do some black and white stripes. Yeah, shoot. I don't think I have. I remembered that last time. I said I have got to get some that color blue. Because I don't have any. I have silver. That might be cute. Yeah, silver would be cute. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait just a hot minute. Yes, I do. I have 2 of these in the jewel shapes. I call them jewel shapes. I don't know if y'all call them that. Oh, this is going to be cute. I think this little color palette's going to look good together. All right, do I have another silver? Yes, I do. I see a spot of silver down in here. Okay, I think we've got it. I do have these little green ones that could be cute. I don't know, y'all. Do I want to throw some little green ones down in there maybe to go with the tree? I need a bowl in here. I did have a little bowl in here. Let me just, hopefully they won't go rolling away. Oh, here it is. Here's the bowl. Oh, but it has, oh, that's fine. I thought it had glitter in it. Oh. Beads are flying, y'all. Last one. I got a bead down. Black and white. Okay. So now we need our wire. And a wire right here. And our our thingamabobs, our wire snips. Okay, so we're going to spin this thing around and get us, I always pull out too much wire, 16 inches or so, 15, 16 inches. I think that's probably good right there. This is 17 gauge. Y'all always ask me. 17 gauge fencing wire. I'm going to put one end up through there, and I'm going to go ahead and twirl it down. Just kind of do that with it. And push it down with your finger. So then I've got this end open, and I can use it to put my beads on without it flopping around everywhere. So we're just going to kind of alternate colors. That might be just about good right there. Let's do one more. Let's do a black. We didn't do a black yet. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be good right there. Because of those big beads, we don't need as many. Feed it up through there. Give them a little room to move. Don't make it too tight. You want them to move a little bit. That's actually the perfect length of wire right there. I always cut too much. Buy strands and cut them. I actually buy just beads. I don't buy the strands. I just buy beads off of Amazon. But sometimes you can find some good deals on strands of beads, especially Christmas clearance. I know Walmart has strands of beads, even if they're not on clearance. Sometimes just their regular price of strands of beads, like over in the Christmas section, are a better deal than buying like bags of beads off of Amazon. Okay, so this is what we've got with it all put together with our hanger on it. And yeah, I think that's really cute. What do y'all think? Thank you so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, so don't forget, if you want this bonus file, it will only be available if you join the club by next Tuesday, when the doors open next Tuesday. Every day that passes, we're going to drop a bonus file. So this is the one that is only available if you join on opening day. So please be sure to go to svgclubhouse.com and get on the waiting list, because you'll get an email Tuesday morning when we open. We do have 4 bonus files, so you get all 4 if you join on that day. But like I said, after Tuesday, then this one goes away. If you're already a member, because people always ask, if you're already a member, you get the bonus files. You always get them if you're a member. So they will be emailed to you on Tuesday morning. So check your inbox. Carrie, yes. Are you being sarcastic, girl? Maybe you're not. Maybe your comment's just delayed. I don't know. But yes, if you're a member, you get them. That's so funny. Okay, so yeah, they get emailed to you on Tuesday. So check your inbox. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching. And I'm going to do the rest of the bonus files too. I don't know exactly which days I'm going to go live, but I'm going to go live painting like all 4 bonus files. So just kind of be on the lookout the next few days. Yeah, I figured it was delayed. That's funny though. Yeah, I always get a million questions asking me, was I supposed to get the bonus files? Yes, definitely. You'll see, and I'll post them in the group too. Like I won't post the link to them, but I'll post in the group like, hey, be sure and check your email so you don't miss them. They will not be, okay, so y'all, let me be clear. We have a membership portal that you have access to if you, when you're a member. And that's where we store all your files. So they get emailed to you, but you can also always go on the membership portal and get them as far back as 1 year. But the bonus files don't go on the membership portal. They do go on there, but like later on for sale for people who want to buy them that are just joining. So the bonus files are in your email. So that's where they're going to be. So don't be like, worried in the portal when you don't see them. They're in your email. Also, because I mentioned that, when you join, you can also go back and you can purchase past months files. So like I said, they're exclusive for a year. So say you get in next week and you look back and you're like, oh, well, March was really cute. Like I would really like that bundle, but I missed it. You can purchase it as a member. You can't purchase it if you're not a member. You have to wait for it to retire, which won't be for a year, from that month. But as a member, you can purchase it. And another thing that we do is if you are a member, so like right now, it's July 2024, right? So right now, you can go back and get the July 2023 files in the portal for half off before they retire, which is a better deal than waiting for them to retire and using your discount code. Okay, so if you want the July 2023 files in the membership portal, go purchase them before the end of this month because you can get them for half price, which ends up being 4 files because every bundle is 4. We've had some bonus bundles that had a 5th file in them, but most of the time it's 4. And they are $20 normally for a bundle. So you can go back and purchase them for $10. You get 4 files for $10 right now. So really you can rake it in this month because you're going to get July, the bonus bundle. You can get last year's July bundle for only $10. And then before we know it, because it's almost, almost July 20th now, around then. Before we know it, it's going to be August and you'll get the August bundle because they get released on the first of the month. So anyway, yeah, you kind of break it in if you join next Tuesday. We will be open next Tuesday through Sunday, but like I said, bonus files, all 4 bonus files on Tuesday if you join that day. So, all right, thanks for joining me, guys. Stay tuned for the rest of the bonus painting, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.